So guys, a couple weeks ago, the presidential debates in the USA happened between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, which are the Republicans and the Democrats. So this is the second debate this year, and the first debate was also interesting and fun, and I liked it. And here are the highlights of the old debate.
159 or 58, don't hold me the exact number, presidential historians. They've had meetings and they voted who's the worst president in American history, one through best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history.
Just so you understand, we have polling, we have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad. And they rate me, I'll show you, I will show you, and they rate me one of the best, okay?
This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent.
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one, a real easy one. Like go through the first 5 questions, he couldn't do it. But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. And, you know, we knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test, and you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced them. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor. And then I took another one, a similar one. And one of them said they've never seen anybody ace him.
Thank you. President Biden?
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, or 235 pounds. Well, you said 6'4", 200. Well, anyway, anyway, just take a look at what he says he is and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
You will accept the results of this election.
Because you're such a whiner. The idea if you lose again, you accepting anything, you can't stand the loss. Something snapped in you when you lost the last time.
Now, so, as you saw, that debate was pretty cool. But this debate was a little different because Trump's opponent wasn't Joe Biden. Both times, Democratic news reporters, channels, things hosted the debates. So first time it was CNN, and this time it's ABC. So they were kind of in favor of the Democrats. So both times Trump was interrupted a lot by the hosts, but this time it was even more. So like every time, or almost every time that he talked, he was interrupted close to the end.
In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? If they do that, the border is closed.
Mr.
Those
President,
people are killing many people, unlike J6.
We talked immigration here tonight. I do want to...
Well, Harris wasn't really interrupted like at all. Well, she was interrupted once, and I can't show that to you because I don't want to rewatch the 1.5 hour debates for you guys just for this clip. So guys, you just watch it yourself. it's not really that hard to find on YouTube or on other stuff as well. So another thing that I noticed was that Trump probably had a worse microphone, because really, I don't know if anyone noticed, but it was a pretty different kind of voice and tone, but maybe it's just that I don't predict, I just tell the facts, you know? I'm not really super invested into these debates because I can't vote, but I'm gonna vote next year, or not like next year, but in 4 years on the next election year. It's gonna be 2028, and I think it's gonna be even crazier. So, you know, if you want to see it, just, you know, don't die, please. Yeah, and so guys, when comparing those two, Trump was a lot calmer than Harris, because, you know, first of all, it's his second debate. You know, the first time he was against Biden, but still he got a lot of practice, and also he did a ton of rallies.
To say some tough things today. People are tired of her act, and I was going to add another 200 miles, and then we had a very I mean, we could get a P. You know, when she gets a little Christian, right, Mike? And I didn't even know where the hell he was. You know, it's all air conditioning, you're heating, all that. It's for a different cut. It's great. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here.
And, you know, he got shot during one of them.
Really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
And, you know, his ear got hit by the bullet, but he survived. And then he was also attempted to be assassinated while playing golf, I think. And that was more recent, but still, the person didn't even manage to shoot at Trump. And so that's why people know of that thing a lot less than the first, because, you know, he was like millimeters away from death and whatever. And also the hosts didn't really try early to move like the microphones to the speakers, so we missed a lot of important stuff maybe that he would have said, because they didn't really like turn the microphone on for him when he started speaking. That is also a bad thing. I don't really know what to say. So, the rules of the debate.
And that brings us to the rules of tonight's debate. 90 minutes with 2 commercial breaks. No topics or questions have been shared with the campaigns. The candidates will have 2 minutes to answer questions, and this is the clock. That's what they'll be seeing. 2 minutes for rebuttals and 1 minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses. Their microphones will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak.
No pre-written notes allowed.
There is no audience here tonight in this hall at the National Constitution Center. This is an intimate setting for 2 candidates who have never met.
One of those rules is that they can't use notes, and actually we saw Kamala Harris write down notes while Trump was speaking.
We are looking forward to it.
Us back for all that we've done for the world, and the tariff will be substantial. Look, we've had a terrible economy because inflation has, which is really known as a country buster, and also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see towns, they're taking over buildings, they're going in violently. These are the people that she and Biden led into our finality, greatest economies in the history of.
And that was more during the beginning, but, you know, still notes aren't allowed. Well, we can't be sure because we didn't like see her table or podium from the top. So she also talked a lot about like how she has these tons of plans.
I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan. My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before.
And she didn't really say like how she's gonna do the plan. She talks a lot about like how Trump doesn't have plans and she does, so it's not really a valid argument. Then next up we have that she contradicts herself. Before she was saying those things, and then after she was really like changing her mind about stuff, and you know, Trump said that about her, and she was also actually doing it in the debates. I don't know, maybe I'll find some stuff for you. Well, yeah, and then she sounds that she's like reading off a script, because she's like so like formal, and like she has a very good word choice, and you know, even though she is, and you know, it's better, you know, like you just think better when you're younger. Think like we saw that with Biden pretty much entirely, but still like that doesn't really sound like stuff that should come up like while on the podium. So while Trump was telling the truth, you know, so while Trump was mostly telling the truth, you know, he was like really like into like factual evidence, and Harris was really, say, playing on the viewers and watchers' emotions. So, you know, if I were a Democratic, you know, guy, I would like really like consider that, and I would even more pull me over to the Democrat side, but I don't know, maybe sadly, maybe gladly, I'm not. So this next one is weird. While I was listening to the debates, I noticed that Harris had a wetter mouth. So, I mean, like, they were like, you know, sounds like Trump's voice was, you know, drier. That's like a pretty weird fact, but that also works in Trump's favor, because, you know, straightforward guy is good for the country. Of course, like both of them, as in the first debates, you know, let's play the clip. Like talking about like, oh, you're worse, and like the other candidate says, oh no, you're actually more worse, and the other one says, you're worse. And basically, you know, even though it's a lot more formal than the first debate, again, another clip with the stuff. Now, even though it was more formal, still some of those like, you know, childish behavior. I don't really have much more to say about the debates. You know, it's still 12-minute video. Currently, I don't know how much I'll edit it through, and basically, you know, it's pretty good. And let's make America great again. Yeah.